Good morning, everyone, and I'm going to invite you, as always, to find a comfortable seat, sit up nice and tall so that you can focus on your breath. And if you can't hear me over the fans today, let me know. So as you settle into your seat and start to connect with your breath, so breathing in through your nose unless you're congested, pull that breath all the way down through your body. And then as you exhale, imagining that the exhale is coming from your pelvic floor and moving out. So breathing in through the whole body, breathing out through the whole body. And noticing how you feel as you do that. Notice if there's certain areas in your body where you can't feel the breath. And not to judge, but to notice. And thinking about how you want to feel when we're done with our practice today. And then setting your intention. One of my intentions for today is to make sure that everybody doesn't overheat. Now, with your breath, you have your arms, most of you down at your sides. We're going to inhale slowly and take those arms up in line with your ears wherever it's comfortable, and exhale down. Still seeing if you can breathe with your full body. Moving with your breath, inhaling up, exhaling down. And one more time. Now let's take your left arm over to the side. We're going to reach the right arm up and keeping your butt on the ground, reaching over. So we want to stretch through your armpit and your whole side body through your ribs. And then we're going to turn that palm up and press, like you're trying to press those ceiling tiles away. And feel your muscles engage differently as you press with that hand. And then we're going to turn the hand down, come on up. The second side, again, reaching that arm over and literally pressing your butt into the ground so it doesn't lift up. It's kind of our anchor as we're stretching through the side body. And then turning the palm up and pressing away. Press, press, press. Continuing to breathe. Calm down, and let's take that arm down. Now let's stretch out your right leg. We're going to keep the left foot in. And then let's find that tennis ball. So you're going to take one tennis ball, and if you're at home, you don't have tennis balls, it's okay to do without it. And you're going to put that tennis ball right at the front of your pelvis, right? So we have that, and then we're going to point and flex this foot. You're still breathing and noticing what's happening in your body. And for this next one, I'm going to show you two ways that you do. You can keep your hands on your thigh, inhale up, exhale down, or you can have your arms in line with your ears, inhale up, exhale, coming forward. So whichever one feels better in your body, sliding or keeping your hands in line with your ears, inhaling up, exhaling down. And then next time you come up, we're going to inhale up, exhale down, and we're going to stay and take a couple of breaths. Make sure you can still breathe fully. And on one of those inhales, let's slide on up. So I want you to notice that tennis ball, and you're going to bend that knee a little bit on the straight leg and just kind of roll. So I can feel that a lot where the pelvis is kind of connected to the tennis ball. Louder?
Are you in front or behind?
Oh, in front. Definitely in front. Okay, then we'll take the tennis ball out. We're going to stretch out the left leg. Keep your right foot in. And again, place that tennis ball just in front of your pelvis, right in front of your sit bone. And kind of take a second to get used to that. And then we'll point and flex the foot. And you're just kind of noticing, like for me, there's a big difference from left to right as I put it on the second side. And eventually we're going to stop with the foot flex. And then again, taking your hands onto your thigh or in line with your ear. Inhale up, exhale forward. And just moving with your breath, inhaling up, exhaling forward. And if by any chance it hurts, take the tennis ball out or change the position of it. And next time we come up, this is the one where we're going to inhale up, exhale forward, and we're going to hold the position. So you're holding the position, but you're still continuing to breathe. This is very helpful for those of you who might have tight hamstrings. And again, on one of your inhales, let's come on up. You're going to bend that knee slightly and just pivot your leg side to side or front to back. So we're looking for that connection, leg, tennis ball. Maybe you feel your hamstrings. Maybe not. And then we're going to take that tennis ball out. We're going to bring both of our feet in. So you have the bottoms of your feet connected and your knees open out to the sides. And holding on to your ankles, and you can have your hands on top or underneath, whatever feels better. We're going to inhale, body up. Exhale, come forward, keeping your elbows in towards your body. Reaching down towards your feet, towards the floor. Now on an inhale, we're going to keep the knees as they are, and we're going to take the arms up. And then exhale, we're going to bring the arms down, knees together. Inhale, arms up, knees open out. Exhale, knees come together, arms come down. And just moving with your breath, seeing again if we can breathe with the whole body like we started out. One more time. And then we're going to stretch that right leg out again. We're going to lift up the left foot, hold on to the foot and the knee, and gently rock side to side. And you could, if you like to cradle the leg, you could do it that way, or you can hold the foot and the knee. Now this time, we're going to take our ankle and place it above the knee, if that's possible with your body. If it's not, slide your ankle down towards your other foot. And this time, we're going to inhale up, exhale over, reach for your foot or your ankle, wherever your hands come to. Notice what's happening in your, it's okay to take the foot lower. And breathe. Remember, it's not about pain. Meaning if you feel pain, please back off. On an inhale, we're going to come on up and we're going to take that foot and we're going to place it on the ground so that your knee is pointing up towards the sky. We'll take that left hand behind us. Inhale, reaching up with the right arm. And then as you exhale, you're going to either grab onto the knee, bring your belly towards the inner thigh, or you're going to take the elbow to the outside of the knee. Right? So you're finding that place that feels comfortable for you. Your spine is still nice and long. Long, smooth breaths. It's a little bit more challenging for us to breathe sometimes when we're twisted. One more nice big breath. And then let's inhale, body up, exhale, come forward. We'll straighten out the left leg. And then bringing in the right foot, again, grabbing onto your ankle and knee or cradling your leg and moving side to side. How are those hips feeling as we're moving? I'm thinking some of you might soften up a little bit more quickly because it's so warm in here. One of the functions of hot yoga. Now again, after you're done rocking your leg, you're going to keep that foot flexed and place it over your knee if possible or below the knee. Inhale, arms up, exhale, come forward. Hold on to wherever your hands come to. And again, as you're there, you're gonna keep breathing, noticing the sensations in your body, not forcing anything. And on one of your inhales, when you feel ready, you're gonna come on up and take that foot and place it onto the ground. Again, right hand will come behind you. Left arm comes up, nice big inhale, and as you exhale, belly towards the inner thigh, as you're pivoting your body around. And again, you're either holding on to the outside of the knee or taking your elbow to the outside of the knee. Spine is nice and tall, long, smooth breaths, don't force it. Again, nice big inhale. As you exhale, come forward. We're going to straighten out both legs now. Feet flexed, hands on your thighs. We're going to inhale, body up. Exhale, slide down, coming into your forward bend, and then inhale up, exhale forward. One more time. We're coming back to our center. We want to be moving here at the hips. It's not about getting your head to your knees. It's about taking your body towards your knees. So next time you come up, we're going to make our way onto our hands and knees. So if you'd like a blanket under your knees, go ahead and place them there. I can feel that heat already. You haven't even stood up. So here, let's have our hands slightly in front of the shoulders and your knees slightly behind your hips. And hands shoulder distance or wider, knees hip distance or a little bit wider. And you're going to engage your core so that you don't have that arch in your back. Inhale is here, exhale will come down towards child's pose. Get moving with that full breath of your body. Inhale up, exhale down. One more time. And this time, as when you come up, you're going to inhale, drop your hips towards the ground, not that they're going to touch, and then exhale back into a puppy pose where your forehead comes towards the ground and your butt stays up in the air. Inhale forward, softening those shoulders away from your ears. Exhale back, and for some of you, it might be easier if you have your hands a little bit further forward. Inhale up and forward. Exhale back, forehead towards the ground. One more time. And this time when we inhale, we come up to that tabletop position. We're going to lift up your left leg, right, and find your balance here. And I want you to picture this before we do it. We're going to sweep that leg forward in front. You might have to give the foot a little bit of a hand to get it up there, right? And you still have your feet hip width apart. That front foot's planted on the ground. You're going to turn the back toes under and come into a lunge. You could have blocks under your hands. Abby, I think it would feel good with some blocks under your hands. Like you was doing next to it. You need another? All right, how are we all doing? Everybody looks good. And we're breathing. So here, we're going to find our balance. So isometrically pull your legs towards one another, hands onto the thighs. You could pivot your back towards the ground if that's more comfortable. And then possibly extend those arms up. We can talk about balance today. Now from here, when you exhale, we're going to take those hands to the ground. We're going to sweep that front foot back and take your back foot forward. Now we have the other leg in front. And let's gently bring your knee down to the ground. So we're softly opening the front of that hip flexor. Breathing. Give your breath and your body a chance to catch up, especially when it's full. Okay? So taking your time to walk your foot up a little bit. There. Now, again, we're going to turn those back toes under, come up into our lunge. Good, pivot that back heel to the ground, feet width apart. Isometrically pulling those legs towards one another, hands onto your thigh. And then maybe stretching them up towards the side. So you're finding your balance, your focus. On the exhale, we're going to take the hands to the ground and step your back foot forward into a forward bend. All right. Now here you can have your hands on your feet or your ankles or the floor. You're going to slide the hands up towards the knees, inhale halfway up, and exhale into your forward bend. Do that 2 more times. Inhale halfway up. And exhale towards your legs. Now, next time you come in towards your legs, you're going to step back with your right foot into our lunge. Part of balance is learning to transition ourselves and to maintain our balance while we do that. So it's not always about just standing on one foot. Now let's keep the right hand on the ground. We're going to take the left hand up onto the thigh and gently turn your belly towards that inner thigh. Long, smooth breaths, and you're using your hand to help pivot your body around. On an exhale, we'll turn back towards the ground, step your back foot forward, and from your forward bend, step your left foot back. So again, you find your place on the mat, you keep the left hand on the ground, take the right hand up onto your thigh, and gently bring your belly towards that inner thigh. Continue to breathe. And then, again, with the exhale, we're going to turn back towards the ground. Now from here, we're going to make our way back up into warrior one position. We're going to place our hands. You're going to choose where your hands go. They can be on your hips, out to the sides, overhead. We're going to experiment with taking that back foot off of the ground and turning into like a lifting that leg up. Right now, you could do this with your hands towards the bar in the back of the room, right? And then we're going to place that foot right next to the foot in front. You're going to take a breath. Roll your shoulders. And I'm taking it down a little bit. I have this like whole big idea for today, but with this heat, I don't want anybody to pass out. Okay, so take a nice deep breath. And then when you're ready, we're going to exhale into our forward bend. Step back with your left foot, so hopefully you're on your second side or whatever your second side is. If you want, oh, maybe it was the right foot you're stepping back with. And again, we're going to make our way up. Find your balance. Hands on the hips, out to the side, overhead. And you're going to contemplate taking that back foot off. Right, how can I safely lift that foot off? Maybe you do what I just did, you do it in stages, right? You find your balance and maybe you start to bring your body forward. And when you're complete, you're gonna place that foot down next to your front foot. Inhale and slide on up. Roll through the shoulders. Then let's step our feet maybe as wide as your mat. Hands on the outside of your thighs. Inhale, body up, exhale, slide down. And then inhale up, exhale, second side. Now, if you want to, you can start to bring up this outside elbow as you're sliding down. Only if it feels better. And or extend that arm as you're coming over to the side. So you're exploring what feels good for you. And yes, we're all going to be dripping by the end. Even if we don't move, I think we will drip today. Okay, so next time you finish the second side, you're going to pause for a moment, jiggle your shoulders, your hips, move those hips side to side, shake everything out a little bit. And I want you to bring your hands to your heart center. And so here you have the heels of your hands touching the fingertips, and you're going to gently press your thumbs against your breastbone. And we're pressing in towards the center, hoping to invite our core muscles to engage. So that's where I want you to put your focus. Because our core is what helps us with our balance a lot. So you're pressing in gently, and we're going to take the weight into the right foot and just lift up the left foot. Keeping that foot flexed. Keep breathing. We're going to place that foot on the ground. And then do the second side. Keep breathing the whole time. Beautiful. Now, just like we did when we were down on the ground, and you could make your way to the wall behind you, or you're at home in a chair or a sofa, so that you can hold on to something as we do this. We're going to attempt to cross that left ankle over the top of the knee. Could also have it down with your toes on the ground or pressing into your shin. You're going to find a place that works for you. And then very slowly, with presence and breath, we're going to start to sit as if you were putting your butt into a chair. So that standing leg bends, your hips bend. And then some of you might even, and you could, like I have the wall right behind me, you could have your lower back on the wall as well as you're coming down. And some of you might start to bring your forearms towards your shin. You're finding that place that's comfortable for you. And most important, you're finding a place that's safe, right? Safe, ease, and comfort as we do this. So some of you have been doing this for years and years. Some of you, this might be your first time trying this pose. So most of us are not like perfect at anything we do the first time. We're at the time. All right, so when you come back up to center, we're going to roll through those shoulders. And then we're going to take our arms down to the sides. We're going to inhale, and you're going to start to lift your arms, almost as if your arms are helping you fill up the air. You might come up onto your toes. And do that one more time. So imagine you're kind of filling your body with air as you lift those arms up. Exhale down. So we're going to do the second side. So again, crossing that right leg over top. Hands at your heart center or holding on to the bar wall. And then possibly starting to sit, bending your standing leg, bending your hips. Maybe your butt's leaning against the wall. Maybe start to bring your forearms towards your shin. Long, smooth breath. Again, when you start to feel like you're ready, you're going to make your way up and release that foot to the floor, shake out your hands. And again, just like we did a minute ago, I'm going to inhale, your arms up, your toes maybe, and exhale. Does that imagery help with like thinking about filling up your body with breath as you're extending and then pushing the air out of you as you come down? One more time. This is a great movement for balance as well. Now we're going to do one more thing with this pose. So we're going to cross over, left foot over top. Again, you can have that wall right next to you. This time you're going to have your hands on your hips or on your legs or up in the air. You're going to inhale up and start to come down into a floor. Right, so you might be at the wall holding on to it. You might have blocks that your hands come onto. You might have your foot lower on the leg as you are coming forward. You're still breathing. And then when you're ready, inhale up, release that foot, exhale, arms down. How did that feel? I think some of you may not have ever done that. Some of you might not have done that in a long time. And I want you to think about this. We're focused on balance and all the things, the parts of the body we said we wanted to talk about. But we also want to enjoy ourselves, right? It's not meant to be torturous at all, right? So we're gonna do the second side. So again, crossing your ankle over the right ankle over the leg, wherever it's comfortable, inhaling body up, exhaling as you start to make your way into some form of a forward fold. Right, using blocks, wall, whatever is helpful to you. Deep breathing. On an inhale, we are going to make our way up and use that foot down to the ground. Then let's take our arms up overhead and like you're climbing the rope, reaching for the sky, moving through your side bodies. Then we'll have our feet about 6 feet apart. We're going to, so we've done this before with our feet flat on the ground. We're going to try it today balanced. Because so many of you said balanced. We're going to see how it goes. So we're going to inhale the arms up like you were doing, come up onto the toes, and we're going to sit back into a balanced chair. And you could have your arms out in front, you could have them on your thighs, you can bring your heels to the ground, it's whatever works for you. Heels come down in, up, onto your toes, if that works for you. Exhale into a balanced chair. Now, if you can hold this, you're going to do that. If not, you're going to take your heels to the ground. We're going to inhale, extend, one arm back, one arm forward. Heels down, inhale, back up to center. Come up onto your toes. Back into our balanced chair. Other arm back. Beautiful, heels down. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, it's nice. How did that go? Should we try it one more time? Now, options. You can keep your heels on the ground the whole time, right? You can not move your arms, you can keep them on your hips or your legs, all right? So inhale, arms up, onto your toes if that's you today. Sit back into your balanced chair. One arm back, one arms face forward, heels down, inhale back up to center, up onto your toes and foot. Exhale back into balance chair, other arm back, heels down, come back to the center, up. And so, and know that, like, and I record these, they're on YouTube, like, if you want to come back and practice these things at any time, they're there for you to revisit. All right, so let's take your hands onto your thighs, inhale, body up, exhale, into your forward bend. With this one, you might have your hands on blocks, or you might have them on the floor. You're going to lift up your right leg and find your balance. And we don't want to go higher than being parallel with the floor. And then from here, we're going to contemplate coming up onto a block with our hands, coming onto the shin with our hands. You can find a way, maybe it's taking one hand off, coming into some sort of balanced position here. Safety always being the first choice. And then your hands will come back down, foot will come back down. Breathe. Breathe, take the left leg up. And again, you're thinking, you know, do I want to take one hand off the floor of the block? Do I want to come up onto a block? Hands onto your leg or out to the sides. Find your place. Beautiful. And then hands come back down. Foot comes back down. Widen your feet a little bit. And we're going to come into, well, your hands are on the blocks of the floor. Your feet are wide. We're going to keep the elbows straight. Inhale, legs are straight. Exhale, bend the knees and take your butt towards the ground. Right, so your arms are connected to the floor the whole time. Your elbows are straight. You're just bending and straightening the knees. So for many of us, it's a little bit easier the wider our feet are. So just explore bending and straightening your hips and your knees and your ankles. Elbows stay straight, but we want to bend. And then from here, we're going to make our way into some semblance of a squat. Right, so you can have a rolled blanket under your ankles, you can have a block under your butt, you can lean against the wall and do a squat that way. So you're going to come into some form of a squat or sit down on the ground. Right. Comfort being key. Safety first, though. Sit on the floor. Okay. And then from here, we're going to make our way all the way down. I think most of you have done this before. I'm going to invite you to play for the next couple of moments. So we're going to go back to that position where you have the bottoms of your feet towards one another. Doesn't matter how close to your groin they are. Your anchor in this pose is going to be one leg and your pelvis, because we're going to take your right leg and stretch it out. So you're just going to bend and straighten that leg. You could hold on to the back of your leg, hold on to the foot. You're just bending and straightening. We're going to go to the second side, so get that anchor set in place. And then bend and straighten. How's that feel? A little awkward, fun, no comments. All right. Now, this is step 2, only if you choose to do it, right? So you can continue to keep your foot on the floor as an anchor, or you can lift both feet off of the ground and bend and straighten your leg. And bend and So now the balance is on the back of the sit bones. And if you're gonna roll, you're gonna make sure there's nothing behind you to hurt you. You're gonna round your back. Now possibly you're gonna stretch both legs out. And bring those legs in. All right. Now, once you bring your feet back down, I wish the video would point it the other way. We're gonna walk the feet away. So you still have, your knees are opened out to the sides, but now you have a nice big diamond with your legs, hands on the top or below the ankles. We're gonna inhale, body up. Exhale, come down towards the ground. And then on and inhale, come up. Now for this next one, you're gonna need a blanket because what we're going to do, we're gonna come onto our belly. So move this out of the way. You're gonna come down onto your belly and you're gonna have the blanket on the outside of your mat. Let's say the right side so everybody does the same side. And then you're gonna come onto your belly. Place your leg on that blanket. And it's going to be, the knee is in line with your hip. And your leg is at a 90-degree angle, like this. Okay? And then you could have your forehead on your forearms, or you could be sitting up. We're going to slide that knee up and down. So think of like a gecko. That's what I think. Okay with this? All right, now I'm going to change it up a little bit. So you can straighten that leg onto your mat. Come up onto your hands and knees. You might slide that blanket over your knees. Now, some of you are going to keep your knee on the ground with that same movement we just did with your leg out to the side. Some of you might come into a plank pose and bring that leg out to the side. Okay? A little bit of a different movement. Then if you don't like either of those, you can stay on the floor and slide your knee from the back. So many options. One of the things I love about yoga. Okay, back to the center. We're going to come on to the second side. So we're going to switch your blanket to the second side. And again, down onto your belly. We're going to place that bent knee onto your blanket. You're going to start to slide up and down. And again, you could be on your forehead with your head down. You could be up on your elbows. Whatever helps facilitate you moving your leg more easily. Good, bad, and different? Or just different? Okay. Now, again, after you've slid for a little bit, the knee up and down, you're going to come onto the hands and knees or into a plank position where you're going to stay on the ground. And we're going to do that same movement either on the bent knee or in your plank, bringing the knee out to the side, and don't forget to breathe. Beautiful. So from here, coming back to the center, we're going to make our way onto our knees. So some of you are going to feel comfortable sitting back on your heels. Some of you are going to feel more comfortable sitting up. So you're going to decide what works for you. We're going to do a little vinyasa here. Vinyasa, where we put a couple of pieces together. So we start with our hands at our heart center. Inhale as we reach up towards the sky. Exhale towards child's pose. Inhale, hips come forward into some form of cobra. Exhale back towards child's pose. Moving at your own pace, not as I say it. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, hands back to your heart center. Right, you can either sit back or not. Okay, we're going to continue. Inhale up. Exhale towards child's pose. Inhale towards some form of cobra. You can also make it a dog. Exhale. Child's pose. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart center, sitting back. One more time. Exhale towards child's pose. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale back. Towards child's pose. To the sky. Exhale. So we'll all probably be happy here. We're going to make our way onto our backs now, not from Shavasana yet, but we're going to make our way onto our backs. So safely get yourself down onto your back body. And we'll start with our knees bent. And you'll want to have your strap close by before you get yourself onto the floor, and maybe a block, and of course, whatever you're going to have for Shavasana. Okay, so we're safely onto our back bodies, and we have the knees bent. I just want you to breathe for a couple of moments and feel how your body connects to the floor. Feel your pelvis on the floor, the back of the body, back of the head, the feet. And we're going to take the right knee in towards the chest. And so you might hold on to it, you might have it resting towards your body. Find the strap. Place the strap on the padded part of your right foot. We're going to stretch that up towards the sky. And then you might start to pull that leg a little bit closer to your body, finding that comfortable place for you, no forcing. You could inhale the leg away from your body, exhale as you pull it in. Once you find a comfortable spot for that right leg towards your body, we're going to stretch. You're going to come onto your left heel and start to stretch that leg away. Stretching the left leg down on the ground. But you want to drag, like part of the purpose here is dragging that heel along the floor as you slowly lengthen the left leg. And then you can slide it back in. And again, slowly stretch it away. One more time, heel comes in, and stretch it away. And we're going to bend that left knee, put that foot on the ground, take your right foot out of the strap. We're going to bring the left knee in towards the body. And again, you're hugging that knee towards your body, breathing, relaxing. When you're ready, we're going to take the strap on the padded part of the left foot and bring it up towards the sky. And start to bring that leg towards your body. Maybe inhale, leg away, exhale towards your body. Maybe you just hold that leg towards your body. It really depends how your body's feeling today. We're going to find a place where it feels comfortable. And then we are going to come on to the right heel. Start to slowly drag the heel down the floor as you straighten that right leg. And then drag it in. So your left leg stays in one place and you're sliding through the heel, around the heel. The other leg. Next time that heel comes in, I'm going to take the strap off the foot. This could be the last time we do this position. You'll probably recognize it. Take that right foot and cross the ankle over the top of the knee. Your arms are down along your sides to help you. And you're going to walk your left heel towards that buttock so you get leverage. Now we're going to inhale, lift up your hips and your chest, pressing the arms into the ground. So this is like a one-legged bridge pose, right? Exhale down. Inhale, hips and chest up. Exhale, come down. One more time. Inhale, lift up those hips. Exhale, down. Cross your foot. Breathe for a moment. Cross the left ankle over the top of the right knee. And again, press your arms into the ground as you inhale, lift the hips and the chest. Exhale, come down. It might be a little tiny movement. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come down. One more time. And when your hips come back to the ground, we're going to uncross the legs. Bring both knees into your chest. Gently move side to side or move in a circle. Then leaving your knees towards the chest, we're going to take the hands down onto the ground. The inhale, we're going to stretch the legs up towards the sky, arms overhead. Exhale, knees into the chest, arms down to the ground. Inhale, legs up towards the sky, arms overhead. Exhale, knees into the chest, arms come down. One more time, legs up, arms overhead. Exhale, knees into the chest and the arms come down. Now from here, I want you to check in with your body and ask yourself, body, is there anything else that you need? Feel comfortable right now. And if so, you're going to do that. Otherwise, we're going to set up for Shavasana. So in Shavasana, and it is one in the room that we're in right now, I want you to think about how you would be most comfortable. So for some of us, that means a little bit of support under your knees. For some of you, it might be a little support under your low back or under your neck. You might want to do legs up the wall, where you bring your body over to the wall and your legs go on the wall and your body's on the floor. So find a comfortable way to be. If you need anything else, just let me know. So we're going to be here for a bit of time, so we want to make sure that you're as close as you can be. As you start to settle in, possibly returning back to those long, smooth, full breaths that we worked on. Start to grab your body to the space that you're in. Love that chant that comes from the hands, and what it says is, who it is that you call out to, please guide me from untruth to truth. Please guide me from darkness to light. Please guide me from mortality to life. So when you're ready, start to bring yourselves up to a comfortable seated position. And if you sit with crossed legs, I invite you to cross them in the other direction this time. So if your left leg is always in front, and the right leg in front. It's good for your hips to switch it up because it's an asymmetrical position. And then let's place one hand on the chest, one hand on your body. And just like we did when we were breathing and filling up, extending our arms, breathing with our full body, inhaling nose, chest, belly, exhaling belly, chest. One of my favorite ways to have a reset during the day is to sit up just like this. Totally will shift me out of whatever's happening. As you're settling into this breath, how do you want to be as you interact with the rest of your day? If you're in a peaceful place, how do you keep that peaceful place outside of this? Let's close with our breathe and very feeling sounds. Inhale, lifting the arms up towards the sky, exhaling the sound into the heart. Inhaling, arms out to the sides, exhaling, ah to the heart. And inhaling, scooping all around you, up from the earth, the sound of wind. Thank all of you for being here, those of you in person, those of you not in person. I'd like to thank all of the teachers in the past to acknowledge the lands, stolen lands that. So thank you all so much. Namaste.